Okay, we are back. And it is Friday. Friday right before Christmas, so I hope everybody got all their gifts. So we are... I found an obstacle that doesn't exist. Doesn't show up on Map Runner. Kind of interesting, but I wonder if it's like new. I don't know, I feel like this was there before. I thought when I was going over here, I was like, I swear there's something blocking the road over this way. I was just trying to get a fuel truck further up the road. Seeing as at the end of the last episode, we kind of replaced the fuel truck that was at the base, so. So we are just going up here to take one metal beam to this roadblock so we can get through here. Here's our fuel truck. And we encountered this. And we're like, wait a minute. Alright, let's get this through here. Not really a good place to park this off the road just yet, is there? These roads are all really like skinny, real narrow roads. Yeah, we'll just keep going up this way. We'll find a spot to get it off the road here in a second. I guess anywhere there could have worked. So yeah, this gate up here is blocked. We cannot go to whatever map this is. It's like White Valley, I think that one is. Remember what the second map is. We'll find out in a second. You know what? Just park here by this. We'll park here by this contest. See what it is. Recovery truck change garage. It's something. Alright, so let's switch back over to this so we can get it to where we wanted to get it, which is that gas station that we were just about to hit. And then we have a little bit of scouting to do. And we're going to head to the next map. And I think we're going to try out the Hummer. I feel like I might regret that. The Rezvani carries a lot of fuel. But we'll see. Yeah, you can definitely feel the difference in chain tires on the road. It was sort of a good call, I think, in putting chain tires on these fuel trucks, because they're pretty much only ever going to just be on the road. And like I said, this thing's probably going to get replaced with the Royal. Once this thing runs out of fuel, we're going to take it back to a garage, take the fuel tank add-on off of it, put it on the Royal, and then fill it up with something. And we'll sell this one. -1 old cruddy highway truck. But it'll do for now. Alright, so here's the fuel station, and I think I'm just gonna park this off the road. Like, right here-ish. So I'm not like blocking getting cargo or anything. Okay, so let's head back to the garage. Okay, so we got this guy, besides for needing fuel and its add-ons, ready to go. So let's give it a try. We have one more add-on or upgrade to get, and it's, I'm going to use the mouse for this again. Just faster doing it with the mouse. Faster and more accurate. I'm not like a Call of Duty gamer, you know, that has good control of joysticks on game pads. Okay, so that's basically where we need to go. We'll get that last upgrade. Let's top this thing off with fuel. Make sure all of its add-ons are full. See how this thing does with the new tires. Oops, not that one. Is that everything? Yeah. Yeah, I remember this thing being pretty good. It just was overshadowed by using things that, you know, obviously off-road trucks, because a lot of these roads are wide enough to fit something. Well, that just plowed right in, didn't it? It's like you take a regular off-road truck, or even like the White Western style that we just took through here, and it was just fine going through this. So like I said, there's definitely a benefit to use trucks for most things. Still, even with the JAT tire pack, Scouts are still sort of obsolete, sadly. I am just slipping. This is ice, apparently. But I'm not getting any traction. We're going to be off the road here in a second, so it should hopefully improve. See now, with the, I mean, I guess the diff lock is always on. Is that really the difference? I guess it is. Or I just got out of the icy patch. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So there's definitely like, I like using the Scouts, right? It's just they kind of suck. Now, mind you, I believe it's the next map. I don't know if it's the next map. It's probably the third map that we get the final upgrade for the, forget the name of it. The Lodestar, I believe. One of the stars, one of the internationals. The, medium scout. And that is going to become a pretty darn good vehicle. Because it does act like a truck more than it does a Scout. But we can actually tow Scout trailers with it. And it has pretty good range too. It's got a bunch of extra fuel. It's got a pretty decent sized fuel tank as it is. Gets pretty good fuel economy. So yeah, we'll be using that quite a bit. And I haven't decided on whether I want to put snow tire or whatever chain tires on it, or just regular off-road tires. Right now it's got those off-road tires on it that I was just gonna sell off once I get the suspension upgrade. I did take it out for a little test drive when I was testing the controller after I got this PlayStation 3 controller working. Just took it out for a little test drive in some mud, and it does pretty good. It does as good as I remember. Man, this is slow. Yeah, I think, sadly, we're gonna only use scouts for going forward. This is probably gonna be the last time we use this thing. It's just too slow. It works. Don't get me wrong. It gets the job done. You just have to be really patient. Alright, there we go. We're moving. Slowly but surely. Oh, this is really deep snow up here, too. This was actually sort of my test path. I was using this road as a test path for when I was testing out those mods. Just to see, like, where it would slow down, where it would speed up. And it was a good test. There's a spot up here that has some really deep snow. Yep, this right here. And this thing is gonna suck at it. Can already feel it. Stay on this side. Try and not go through the deep stuff. Even though it's all kind of deep here. Alright, we made it. Now we're back on a road that it's going to be slippy on because it doesn't have chain tires. Yeah, that's sort of a bummer. It's, kind of wanted this thing to be good with these tires, but... And it's not bad, and I'm not saying it's bad, it's just... It's not... I mean, even using, like, the old Fleet Star, or... anything would be better, you know? Heck, the TranStar fuel truck was doing better with its chain tires. Don't push me off. All right. So up this way, there's this factory, and if you go behind the factory, you can kind of cut up some trees, and that's, from what I remember, that's the easiest way to get to this upgrade. Oh my goodness. A little bit of ice on this road is like making this thing just slippy. I feel like it just wasn't doing that. I mean, like I said, it could be the 6x6, it could be the all-time diff lock. I don't know. The Resvani was definitely better. Yeah, and then this has got the problem of if you run the diff lock, you have to keep remembering to turn it off. Otherwise you blow up your transmission. We are probably going to take the Fleet Star over to the next zone. Because it's got that crane on it. I want to give that mod. I mean, it should be the same thing as a banded crane, but I just want to give it a trot with the crane. Do some overloading with it, see how it handles it. There's a couple of bridges we need to unlock to get around. And then there's some upgrades to get. Okay, almost there. Oh my goodness. This thing is gonna get parked. It's pretty sad. we'll drain the fuel out of it and probably just sell it. I'm just not going to use it. I would rather use the Lodestar without its upgraded suspension. It's that bad. Okay, let's get up here. See if we can even get up here. It's just gonna take forever. Need like the Benny Hill theme song music or something. It would be against YouTube though. I can't do that. Yeah, I mean, it does okay. It's just slow. Very slow. Slow where it doesn't have to be slow. Oh, that's an engine for this thing. That's funny. I don't think the engine would have helped it, though. It just made it spin more. Just would have given it more power to spin the tires. Alright, let's get this thing down the hill. We'll worry about getting it back to the base at a later time. We'll do that off camera. I just want to get it out of this forest. Doesn't use a lot of gas. There is that. It definitely doesn't use a lot of gas. Okay, so let's shut this down. And we're probably just going to skip ahead. Just because I would like to get some more stuff done. So let's take this guy. Oh, you know what? We need to put a sideboard bed on this thing before we take this anywhere. Yep. No low saddle for this run, not yet. Okay, so let's get sideboard bed. Okay, so we are going to just head over to the next map and we will be back in a moment. That's the name, Mountain River. See, if I remember, there's a bridge like right here. Yes. And this is the one we need to fix to like get places. And it's concrete slab and service spare parts as well. Which I think the service spare parts are just along the way. And then this concrete slab, it shows us where it is. So yeah, let's go up this way and do this bridge. And then we'll worry about doing some scouting after we get this bridge cleared out. And we're probably going to do the scouting with this. We're going to show, I mean, mind you, this is, again, a mod truck. Slightly overpowered, but not too overpowered. But the fact that it has mud tires that also are studded, so they work on ice, definitely helps. But it says it's no different than running like a truck that has like MS1s that are chained, you know? Like that's sort of how I look at it. Which way is it? Which way is it? It's the second path. Not this path. I think this one's blocked, yeah. That one's got a pipeline down. Okay, slow. Slow. Going a little fast there. Things were getting a little out of control. Keep saying to go slow, and then I like turbo speed it. I'm just testing, you know. That's what we'll call that, testing. Testing mod vehicles. Stop. Cement. Concrete slab. Okay. That. And then on the way back, there is a warehouse that should have service spare parts. And we'll just overload them on top of the concrete slab. All right, let's, this thing is pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing that whole thing without all-wheel drive on, I just noticed. Probably why it was slipping all over the place, but I've determined that we're gonna call this thing the unicorn because of how weird it looks with the bandit crane. Like the bandit crane, it sits flat, like flush against the top of the bandit, and this obviously clearly does not. And it just looks like it's a unicorn just driving around, so this thing's new name is the unicorn. It has been dubbed. See if I can drink some coffee and use a controller at the same time. Hold on. Good old coffee. I feel like there's people who love coffee and then there's people who are wrong. So which one are you? Leave a comment below. I think it's this thing, yeah. This thing right here. Let's see. Let's make sure. Yeah, 2 service spare parts. Okay, so... Yep. Perfect. Load. See, the controls being like wrong on this are somewhat screwing me up. Because I just hit the wrong button. I don't know the controls by heart well enough. Okay. Okay. It feels the same strong as the bandit crane. I feel like the bandit crane has always been like a very strong crane. Okay, why you're not turning? Turn. Turn. So it's probably not like mod adjusted to be stronger. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go down. See if we can pinch this. Oh no, we can't. Well, that makes things interesting. I don't want it to be loose. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, let's head to the bridge. It definitely makes this fleet star look infinitely better with like a roof rack as well. Whoa. Whoa there. All right. Let's definitely go slow. Ooh, this is the map that you get the cat on. Maybe we'll get the cat. We'll do some scouting. But we'll also try and get the cat. Maybe that'll be what we do today. Even though we don't really need it. It's just a slightly better but also slightly worse version of the Corvettes that we already have. Because it's just going to be like a pull me out of things vehicle. Alright, let's restore crane. Ooh, no. We don't want to remove cargo. There we go. Bridge fixed. Is this where I have to look at these? Ooh, this is where the lodestar. We do get the lodestar upgrade on this map. Maybe we'll go get that. And then we'll get the... Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's get this one upgrade. Trying to figure out what the best way through here is. I guess let's just go straight. There appears to be a left turn up here somewhere. Not this one. Immediately after the bridge. There's going to be a gas station and then a left turn that takes us to the first watchtower. Yep, here's the gas station. Slow it down. It's a tight path from what I remember. You know what I noticed too on this thing? I feel like they made the turning radius better on this. Like it turns better. Which is sort of a mod truck thing. And you don't really notice it until you drive other vehicles. You're like, this thing turns really slow. And then you get into the mod truck and you're like, oh, turning is really nice. So that does help with these windy back paths for sure. Having slightly more responsive steering. Okay, so here is the watchtower. And then if we keep going straight, there should be like a path. That goes to the right somewhat. That takes us to the next upgrade, which we already uncovered here. So let's see. Yeah, if we go like this way, we can probably follow the path this way, get this upgrade. And then I think there's actually like a path that sort of goes this way. It doesn't look like a path, but it sure, on this side it sure does. And then up here is the one we're going for. Somewhere out here, roughly, let's just call it that way, is the, I think it's further up. It's probably like up there. That's the one we're looking for. It's the last lodestar upgrade, which gives us the raised suspension. And maybe we'll swap to the lodestar. You know, I keep missing these opportunities to take screenshots as well. I gotta get better at that. I keep forgetting, like, how photogenic this game is, and then I'm, like, doing things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably... Ooh, this is ice. Good thing I have these tires. Otherwise, we'd be just sliding down this hill. Yep, there is a path. Okay. Didn't look like it on the map, but there's definitely a path here. Okay, so that's the upgrade. Question is, we just have to like smash through some trees. It sure looks like it. I think the way that it was showing earlier looked like a better route, but what's this for? Engine upgrade for a bunch of things. Only the Royal is the only thing we have that uses it, though. Okay, and I like totally botched that. I was trying to turn and I was also trying to change gears at the same time, and I'm just not as fast with controllers. But you know, sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. Yeah, see, it definitely slows down in this deep snow. It's not like it's impervious to terrain being a challenge. I got an idea. We got a good opportunity for a screenshot coming up. Try and find that good thumbnail, you know? So hope everybody has some good plans for the holiday weekend. Go visit your family, friends. If you don't like your family, go visit your friends. If you don't like your friends, go play some video games, you know, that kind of thing. But I like both. I like all three, I should say. So I'm gonna go spend some time with my little nephew. It's his first Christmas, little fella. And then after that, we're going up to my wife's mom's, spend some time up there, which that's always fun. And then we are going to come home. Then we got some plans. We're off for the rest of the year as well. So me and my wife are going to go do some stuff. We found this is actually kind of a neat King Tut exhibit in town. We're going to go do that and possibly go find some new interesting places to eat, because that's something that we like to do. And maybe go spend some time with my parents. They are... Like, we're doing that, obviously, for Christmas Eve as well, but we'll figure it out. We got some plans to do a couple of things. But I should have some off time to catch up on, I'm gonna probably pre-record one more. Ooh, this is... Ooh. I don't like this path. Okay, let's get this thing safety winched. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This thing has got a scout winch, by the way. So if we do tip it over, it's okay. It's another mod feature. I just don't want to tip it over into this lake. Let's go really slow. It's stable enough, but it's just like I said, it was right on the edge there. Slow, slow, slow. Okay, this was my idea for... It actually worked out pretty well. Except I gotta put something dark in the top right corner, otherwise the number doesn't show up right. Like about like that. That works. So what was... Oh yeah, this is the lodestar. This is what we came for. Okay, now we gotta get this thing out of here. Probably backwards, which is gonna be even more scary. Can we like get up this hill? Yeah, let's do this. Let's get up this hill and turn around. Actually turn around. Okay, is there more stuff up this way? I feel like there probably is more stuff up this way. Whoa, whoa, what did I do? Come back, screen. Okay. I'm just taking a peek at Snowrunner. Ooh. Okay. There is a watchtower up this way, which we could just go get. Then again, we could just park it at the warehouse as well. Why don't we just do that? There's a fuel trailer here too. This is a good place to grab a fuel trailer, and we can take this thing somewhere if we need it. Except we needed to turn around the other way. But do this. Yeah, we do need to start worrying about having fuel on this map. So maybe we'll bring another fuel trailer out off cam. Park it at the gas station. There's a gas station along the west side there that we passed. There's also one along the south side that we passed. So maybe we'll drag this fuel trailer. Is this... Question is this a mission trailer? Or one we can just have? It is one we can just have. Nice. Okay. So then that means we're just gonna hook up to this guy. Oops. Not that. But that's a very high attachment point. Where are we? Oh, we're right where we just picked up the... I didn't even notice this trailer here. This is where we came and got the concrete slab. Okay, so let's just drop this off at the fuel station, which is just up the road here. Then we have fuel on the main path. Ooh, there. Slow this down. I gotta stop going so fast in this thing. And then we will, I'm just gonna go grab we'll upgrade the Lodestar quick to have the raised suspension, and we'll see what tires I chose when we get back. How's that sound? 'Cause I don't know what I should pick. I'm just gonna make a decision, and that's what it's gonna be. So, all right, so let's park this thing off the road. Detach trailer. Can just move this ahead just a little bit and stop engine. And let's go back here. All right, no spoilers. I'll be back. All right. You can probably just barely see it, but we decided to do the chain tires. And I did my little test path, and it did better than the Hummer did with JAT tires. So I'm okay with it. It still slows down in the really deep stuff, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so where I would like to go here is we need to find... There's an upgrade sort of past the factory up here. We're gonna have to find a way to get through there. I'm gonna stop and get some fuel at the recently parked fuel trailer at our mock gas station. Okay, refuel. And then we're going to take a look at the map. So there is an upgrade right there, but we can't get to it from there, so we have to go around. So let's go around and see how this thing does in some deep stuff. And then we got to figure out a way to get in there. And we're probably going to just go right back up the same path and then go up this way and get this. I think there's an upgrade as well that we missed up here. Yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, this thing I definitely remember using this thing with the raised suspension. So there, in the hard mode save, if you go way back before we blew up our hard mode save, we were using the Lodestar, but without the raised suspension in it. It likes to bounce its nose off the ground, and then it takes damage with it. But when you get the raised suspension, it definitely improves that characteristic. So, still very good. Just doesn't bounce off as much stuff anymore. Now, I don't know. I don't think this thing can tow full-size trailers, which means we probably can't do the mission for Unless we have enough repair points, probably not. But to go get the cat, you need to repair it and fuel it. Ooh, we found some deep stuff. Can't believe I didn't pull that tree over. Yeah, and I feel like any scout vehicle would have slowed down there, but this is again with all terrain, which are pretty crappy in mud, but chain tires just so in case there's like ice underneath. Like if you happen to dig through, there is a theory behind. Ooh, this looks deep. This looks muddy. That's not the way through. Gotta go around to the left. Maybe. Try and not get stuck in here. How about through these trees? Good enough? Yeah. Ah, the high range gearbox. Okay. It's one that you don't, at least I don't use a lot. I don't know, I don't feel like, I guess if you're looking for fuel economy maybe, but sorry, don't know if I caught all of that. Might have not muted in time. A little bit of cough time. Still on the very tail end of the sick. I think there's a path that sort of goes up this way, so we'll just go like that. Oh, you know what? There's an upgrade right behind this house. I guess we'll just get it when we're on our way up that way. Ooh, more mud. Stay off to the side. Ooh. Gotta treat this thing kind of like you treat the... So the F-750 sort of is the same way. Where it's not overly good at going through really deep mud and that kind of thing. Because again, it doesn't have mud tires. But as long as you keep it moving and, you know, veer off to the side a little bit, it does a very good job. Oh, did I pass the house? Pass the house. I see the upgrade. Let's... May as well grab this task right away too. It's probably something to do with this trailer. Let's see. What is this one? Ooh, engine. That's the final engine for the Western Star. And the Fleet Star, ironically, which we already have, but... Questionable on whether that's worth it. You put the bigger engine in, it's going to use more fuel, and like, The White Western Star is in a pretty good, like, power to weight spot. That's right, this is the one that you have to go up this hill. See, I knew there was a reason I wanted to have ice tires. I feel like there's some ice up here somewhere. Nope, not in this spot. There's a task somewhere. Maybe it's not this. Maybe it's a Mandra. Cool at night. Okay, so I think that's everything over here. Now we need to get over. We can get through to the other side. Let's see. Probably this way. Can we get through here? Possibly. See if we can get through this way. Trying to like cut through so we can get down this way. We get our last watchtower over here. And we'll probably call it an episode. What's the best way in here? Probably this way, be my guess. This looks like it leads that way. Oh, there's an upgrade right here too. Let's go get that. And then we'll go back up here and get this watchtower. Then we'll call it an episode. Scouting done in 2 maps. Minus scout missions. I'm sure there's a couple. We'll be getting to doing tasks and contracts here in probably a couple more episodes. I always like to get the scouting done first. Get everything unlocked so I can see everything. Get all my upgrades, get all the vehicles if possible. That way everything's ready to go. And then you can just travel, do your stuff. Ooh, that's some deep snow. I picked the wrong way. Yeah, I guess let's go to this one first. This is going to take a little bit of wiggling. I picked the right tree. There was a weak one and a not weak one there. Oh, except I needed to... Where am I? Oh, I am going the wrong way. Shoot. Let's get ourselves that way. This is why we are having issues. There we go. Yeah, I feel like sometimes off the beaten path is better on this map. Because some places they put like this really like sludgy ice underneath the main paths, which is what we were experiencing there. And getting out of the main path helped. Alright. Now let's go this way. Yeah, and then I think in the next map, oh, we're gonna have to do some unlocks for that. That's right, we gotta unlock the or is it on the next map? Maybe it's on the next map. There's like a gate unlock we have to do at some point. And I think when we have to do that, maybe we'll try out another mod vehicle. Give it a whirl. I haven't, feel like there probably is a couple of them about, but I haven't encountered a scout fuel trailer yet. And I have a feeling we'll probably start carrying one of those around with this. Because this thing can tow trailers without it really being noticeable. And it can actually hook it up to the trailer hitch. Yeah, and then the next one, like I said, I'll plan a little bit ahead and see what I'd like to do. But it's probably going to be on the next map, which is White Valley. And I believe that's where we need to do some bridge unlocks. So like I said, we'll probably spend a couple of episodes there unlocking some bridges. I think that's where we get the Dairy Longhorn as well. It's in a really precarious spot. You have to like tow it out. Yeah, after the previous episode and stating that this controller might be not as loud, it definitely isn't as loud. I can still hear it every now and then when I'm going through the recording, so hopefully it doesn't annoy you guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. Slow, slow, slow. Let's go in low here. This thing has a good turning radius too. Makes the difference. I feel like that's something that you should start looking for in vehicles, because paths get more and more windy. Michigan is sort of a teaser. You get obviously the easy scouting paths that you can do with the Chevy, which has a good turning radius, but then the rest of the paths are relatively easy. You can get even like the wind steer through most paths. If I was trying to take the wind steer through this, it would laugh at me, get stuck all the time. I don't know how much we're going to use that on these. Maybe later once we start doing delivery missions on the road. I didn't even see what engageable all-wheel drive that was, but that's okay. It's for something. All right, almost done. Yeah, and then we'll pop over by the cat just to get that task. That'll be where we ended out, but this is going to be our final watchtower of the zone. Right up here. Let's just make sure we got everything. Okay, is there upgrades left? I don't believe so. No, we got that one. And there's some stuff that I can see over there. We got that one. We got that one. Yeah, I think we got them all. All right, so all the upgrades are done. I'm just gonna swing over this way. We're gonna pick up this quest on the way out. But that is where we're gonna leave it today. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.